Welcome on in together round, gang. It's time for some more Age of Wonders 4. The Archon Prophecies DLC has finally arrived. So we're going to be showing off the new story campaigns that are brought with, and showing off as much of the new stuff as we can, for they have brought some new angelic units, which actually I can show off here real quick. But some new angelic units that count as celestials. Like this vigil here. It looks incredible. We've got biblically accurate angels in Age of Wonders. So we're going to be basing a build entirely around these guys and the other kind of celestial units that are in the game, and showing off as much as we can that is brand new. So this is actually my second time recording on through here. You can actually see good old Solkan here. I have created the Warhammer God of Law associated with Vengeance for our angelic run here, which I thought was quite thematic. However, our first run was plagued with issues and is no longer usable, so we're gonna try this again. So if you have any questions about Archon Prophecies that I don't answer in this first episode here, please leave those in the comments and I'll answer what I can, and I'll find those that I do not have the answer to. So if you enjoyed this episode here, please remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the sub throne. It helps the channel on out. Let's dive on in. So we're getting into a new game and jumping into the new Rings of Emnora. The new Archon Prophecies story realm. It has a 3-skull difficulty. And the name of this one's Divine Intervention. Enter the hidden realm of Emnora, stronghold of the Archons, in search for aid against Urath, which is kind of like a ancient eldritch deity of entropy. And it's basically all of the evil in the world is because of Urath. Well, not all, but we're not going to get into that. But all of the demonic forces come from Urath. Fight or negotiate our way through the layers of the Celestial Order to prove ourselves and Mage Haven worthy of the Archon High Council's attention. We have the Rings of Fate here, so this realm is divided into fragmented rings that have no natural connection. It's quite interesting. We'll see how that plays out quite soon. It's onion rings of civilization. We've got the Celestial Grounds here, so Celestials are going to be common on this realm, replacing all other infestations and ancient wonders. Celestial units are common. Crusader hosts are the new infestation type, and they are going to be common, and they are quite nasty, as we will see quite soon. We've also got constructed ancient wonders, like the Ziggurats are also going to be quite common. We have the Ward of the Archons complex realm trait, powerful spell woven by the Archons wards off death, preventing the true death for Celestials. So all non-ruler Celestial units are going to have the Immortal Ward, which will make them nope out of combat whenever they have 25% health or lower. They immediately rout, so they get out of there. They teleport away. And then lastly, routed Celestial units are never lost, which is good for you, because you won't get the Immortal Ward, but you will get the benefit where if your Celestial units do flee, you do not lose them, which is quite nice. There are no free cities here, so no one to influence unless you capture someone else's town. And then there is a blocked underground, so there shall be no underground empires on this one. Sorry, Blint. Let's get into the Rings of Emnora. And we shall be doing so on hard difficulty, of course. We'll see how that goes.
Your journey.
And then I have created a custom faction out of the new Architect culture, which I think has become quickly my favorite culture. They are incredible. They're kind of... I've heard Greco-Roman, it's basically a combination of all of the Mesopotamian cultures mishmashed into one. It's quite awesome. Now we've got to find Solkan. There you are, the devotees of vengeance. We're going to go through what makes Solkan Solkan. I think it looks incredible. Solkan in lore has a great big scythe that he uses, but we don't have a scythe, so this is as close as we get. We've got a polearm and a shield. Yes. Triumph, you need to get scythe weapons. Two-handed scythe weapons in stat. They're easy. Just make them a cone attack. You make it a bigger cone attack as it gets more upgrades, something like that. It's simple. Alright, Solkan, let's get in and show off this faction. So we will actually... Let's edit them so I can actually show off what makes them them. There are new race physical forms. We've got the Elysians here, which have starting traits of Inner Radiance, which will make them have more resistance to spirit and make melee attackers take damage as they get struck. Spirit damage, of course. They're adaptable, so they gain experience faster, and then they have defensive tactics, so are tankier and more evasive when standing next to friendly units with defensive tactics. Pretty dang good, but it doesn't stack with, like if you have two people with it together, and then you bring a third in, it doesn't stack a third time. We also have the Ancients, which are kind of a withered husk people. They've got arcane focus. Magic attacks deal 15% additional damage. They've got more resistance to magical attacks and spells. They've got defensive tactics as well. And then they have a flaw, and I think they're the only physical form race in the entire game that does have a flaw, but they've got a weak constitution. They are going to regenerate health 50% slower, so they're like magical undead zombies, if you will. You got your zombies and you got your highmen back and renamed to the Elysians, which I think is that's a much more cool and thematic name. This lady's got a third eye. She thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. And they're like your angelic people. So these are their basic traits, and we're going to go ahead and use them as their base form to kind of get to grips with how the race truly plays. And Solkan's faction, I think, works out for this fine, as they are humans, but better in every way. Next up, we shall grab the Architect culture here, the brand new, and as you can see here, they look incredible. They will have different effects based on the affinity that you have the most of. You can see up here we have 6 order affinity, so we are going to have the order effects all over our weapons and such. Each affinity will look obviously a little bit different. You can see they'll be red for chaos, green for nature, so on and so forth, and they will be dealing the damage type that is associated with that as well, which is quite cool. So we are going to be the Architects of Order. The different Architects are just going to give you 2 additional of whatever, so you can even be Architects of Chaos and still be mostly aligned for Order, and you would gain the same kind of stuff here. So I'm kind of thinking we add some extra Chaos in here to start. Yes, I think we should go for Architects of Materium to give them a little bit of additional points to some good boost in production later on, which would be nice and helpful for their kind of main mechanic. A lot of the units are hybridized. We have a Tier 1 Shock unit, and a Tier 1 support, which is quite nice, and a very, very good Tier 1 support also. A Tier 2 bow user and a Tier 2 shield, and then a Tier 3 support as well, which could summon in a kind of Tesseract, they're calling it, that is going to be like a battle mage that blasts enemies with all sorts of good spells. And then their scout is like Hermes, which is quite cool. So we are going to be the Architects. We'll read off what they are. So they have higher production income, they collect Wonderstone to build impressive monuments to the affinities. Monuments are going to grant Affinity Incarnate, which is going to be our main buff, which the more of those we have, the more there's going to be different buffs throughout the different abilities that these guys have that will give them more of them depending on the number of Affinity Incarnate you have, and it'll also just give them more damage of the different types based on whatever they're dedicated to. You can see here a nice chart of what is for which damage type. Architect culture units deal damage matching the Empire's dominant affinity. We're going to start with Architects of Materium. We're dedicated and predisposed to Materium, but that doesn't actually change anything because we have majority order, which is quite nice. So we're going to go for Devotees of Good. We gain additional gold, and our Empire gains 5 Imperium per level of good alignment. We share pure intentions, compassion, and unerring devotion to the cause of good and vengeance. And units are going to gain 2 experience per turn while we are at maximum good alignment. They also get an additional support or polearm unit to start, which is awesome. We are additionally going to be Vigilante Knights here, so we keep the land safe and restore balance between warring neighbors. So we are going to be completing bounties, grants us 50% gold and mana, an additional 100 Imperium as rewards. Whenever there are no bounties, we gain 1 just for free, and targeting a random infestation that we can go knock out and gain some goodies. We are also going to have the Tome of Zeal for creating zealots, smacking lads on the head and making our lads work a little bit harder.
What is your ruler's
We shall be a champion, of course. Immortal champions have unique skills, gain more experience, have higher relations with free cities, a command ability, which is incredible. Allows you to basically take any of your non-hero units and refill its action points, letting it take another turn. There are also champion governors, which have these bonuses depending on the renown level. So if you'd like to read on through, go ahead and give it a pause and do so. Moving right along.
Reveal yourself.
On top of just having one of the coolest equipment types in the entire game with the kind of hoplite shield and spear, they also have a staff of the different types. You can have the staff that your Tier 1 support has, or you can go for an Architect Hammer. Give them the bonk. Additionally, we are going to be a Battle Saint. Give me back my shield and spear, which is the new hero type. You either can make yourself kind of, it's basically a mix of a support and whatever else you want to make them. So they're either very, very good at just melee combat and obliterating folk, or they're good at supporting your own hero or your other units. Let's go ahead and show off it reads through. So they gain fervor through particular actions that they spend for powerful support abilities or to empower themselves and smite their enemies. So you're either a very good support or a very good offensive beatstick. They are your battle healer. My favorite of the classes. So we've got Solkan all created up, and also the other thing that makes the Architects cool is you can create dual armor colors with them. For now, they are the only ones that have the ability to do so, but if you wish, you can create whichever kind of combo of armor you'd like. You can change the armor color or the weapon color, which is initially, I think, in both the stream they were showing off and kind of the artwork they were previewing, it was showing as armor color 1 and armor color 2. Not sure why they exactly changed it, but they did. You can see these are the different things that change. Make some pretty cool combinations, and hopefully there's going to be a system they import to the other aspects of the game here. I wanted to have his armor back with the gold. There we go. Solkan can be gold and this very stark white. Excellent, same thing for our race. Yes, they look incredible. We've got our Chileans.
Your journey.
God of Vengeance, Solkan. These are the devotees of vengeance, and the throne city is in Ramas, which is the kind of the main old world city in Tilea. I guess the city-state in Tilea that is known for worshipping Solkan. Let's do this.
It was during the time of the Great Umbral War, when the denizens of Urath swarmed the worlds within, that many Godir of Magehaven faltered in their faith. For where were the Archons? Had they been defeated? Their bastions consumed by the dark tide they could no longer contain? Or had they judged the Pantheon unworthy, abandoning them to their fate? The Gloomwatch, bound by ancient agreements, refused to speak on the matter. Instead, they sent their own emissaries to Magehaven, offering to guide single Godir through the world gates onto a path towards the Archons. This is the story of one such Godir and their journey of exaltation.
And vengeance. Yes, and before the times of Sigmar, Solkan was the original patron deity to the Templar, well, I guess the witch hunters of the Templars of Sigmar. Let's see, the new solar ruler emerges. Let's explore our surroundings. White. We start with Summon Zealot. Excellent, so we will make use of lots of these guys, and Resilient Incarnation. So for the units at a 1 hex radius, gain more defenses per stacks of Affinity Incarnate. Interesting. So very weak to start, but it's going to scale up as we get later into the game. Alright. Visions of Exaltation. With Vertigo you awaken an erratic landscape. Your guide, Meopthera of the Gloomwatch Envoys, slowly comes into focus again and is smiling. So if you want to know about this faction and what makes them them, oh, they've got magical wards, so they're tanky. And virtuous spirit. Oh, that's what the clouds are coming. That makes sense. So we can see, here's their story here. If you would like to give it a quick read, give it a pause and we shall continue. We have arrived, Solkan, she declares, while the visions of the astral sea still perpetuate within your mind. Or while the visions, this one is one of the blessed realms which the Archons call Emnora. Here they reside, dwelling on divine amendments and the construction of their mighty temples. As Meopthera speaks, the astral currents around you swell again, conjuring up the image of the terrible light that you behold. They see your fears, Meopthera abruptly says. All must confess to the light or despair. So we either see thieves, Sided mayhem shake the realms, or by people reduced to pawns, giving us extra population. Extra population's all good. Each of these choices have future consequences, huh? Let's go ahead and take the additional Imperium then. The Age of Abadoth. Pathways of Ascension. We've got to clear a golden ziggurat. The light of truth can burn violently, Meopthera says. As an oracle, I must ward my eyes from its touch. Yeah, but you're peeking through a little bit. We must ward our eyes, but only a smidge. I need to look a little bit. You should already read that part. Oh, never mind. No, I didn't. You did well, yet your journey towards the Archon has only begun. The rings of Emnora are like long-winded stairways to heaven, except no foot may walk its steps, only a spirit in search of enlightenment. We are on the 4th ring, where the least defined souls seek ascension. In the 1st ring, the High Archon Council confers. The gateways between Emnora's rings are the golden ziggurats of this realm. Yep, there concludes. I foresee your desire to tread there, though I do not know the purpose. We'll gain some knowledge and a bonus mystery reward. How exciting. She knows, even though she's gonna pretend. I like that they've got the mask, but she's just peeking through a little bit. The oracles look incredible. By the way, there is no magic gateway my arcane wits can't unriddle. My prayers find new meaning, or there must be other aspirant gateways they may know how to pass. When I threaten to smash their portals. I mean, that sounds fairly... vengeance. Let's go to see if there's any more aspirants. Onward. Because I've had a little bit of a sneak peek at this one, we want to be quite aggressive because the good grief the AI is. But welcome to the Rings of Emnora. Our first introduction to hopefully some of the new Blessed Realms and such. We do get to begin with some kind of ruins around us, which is great for our scouts, which are all about going and finding specific ruins. I think there's a few that have... may just be ones that have magic materials on them. I think there's magic materials and there's other specific areas you can go to get Wonderstones. So let's come on in, we'll grab the food here. And some Wonderstone. It takes 200 to build the base to our monuments, because you have to build them up in layers. But we'll get there. Slowly but surely. First bit of research will go for Condemnation for some damage. Legion of Zeal for some damage, or Workforce to build things faster. Let's build things faster. Solkan, what army do we begin with? So we've got Solkan himself, the Battle Saint, and you will notice in these screens my UI is all kinds of jank. It's because it wants to play in windowed, or not in windowed mode, and I haven't figured out how to fix it yet, so it's just something we'll have to deal with. I won't continue to bring it up, I'll let you know in advance that's what's going on here. If we look at it from this screen, it's perfectly fine, so for the abilities that we can, that's how we're gonna see what they do. So for his his shield and spear, he gets the abilities for the shield. Well, it's not going to have the bonus versus large ability. It does still have first strike, even if it doesn't say it on here. So if anyone strikes him or attacks him, he has any kind of retaliation, he will hit first, which is pretty dang good. We also have the Shade Maker here, which is our archer. A cool kind of progenitor bow look. They are awesome. They have a single damage shot and then a big AoE that weakens enemies. And then their bows are also going to deal additional damage. Here, we'll see it over here. Deal additional damage to large targets with Giant Slayer. 40% more is quite a bit. I think they do a little bit less damage than normal bow users, though, to make up for that. We also have our tier 1 shock unit here. The big hammer dropping Earthbreaker. He's got the light crest. And for whichever affinity you are, that's what the color of the crest is going to be. Which is awesome. Got a sweeping charge attack, we'll see it over here. Which gains 20 damage per hex traveled up to 30 hexes. Cancels defense mode, of course, removes retaliation attack, and then cleaves targets in a 1 hex cone for 20% damage. So it's not a very strong cleave, but it is still dealing bonus damage, which is awesome. For each stack of Affinity Incarnate, it is also going to have more health, which is pretty dang good. It starts with, I believe, a little bit more health than your normal tier 1s. Let's see. Yeah, 60. I think the normal is between 60 and 70, so a little bit more health. Our Cultivator, though, is our other tier 1 support. She is going for the Padawan trainee helmet. Look with this awesome kind of support spear here. She's got a Spirit Blast, which just deals some damage. Not bad damage, but it deals some damage. And then she has an ability to link to a friendly, spell a negative status effect, and then gain some Affinity Incarnate for them, as well as heal, and do a bit of a dispel every turn. Pretty dang awesome. That's our units. As far as the Battle Saint, we can't exactly see what most of these skills do just because of the UI goofiness. But this side of the tree is more inclined for healing and buffing up your allies. And this side is about being more like a paladin and punching people in the face and smiting the unworthy. This is the side we're going to take for Solkan. Alright. Oh yeah, we also get to start with an oracle. The Gloomwatch envoys send an oracle to guide us along. She is incredible. So the oracle is I think the very first tier 4 support unit, and she is awesome. Not only does she deal incredible amounts of damage with the Mystic Blast, We're not going to see if we can see it down here. Yes, good. We've got a striking portent, which gives you true strike. So your next attack cannot miss. And for archers and other battle mages, this is insanely strong. And you also get 2 fortune for 3 turns, so your attacks will have a higher chance to crit. Which should be dealing, I believe, 50% bonus damage. Actually, does it tell us here? Yes, 50% bonus damage. Which I don't is always good to do. They also have the healing portent, which will heal in a 1 hex radius 40, which is massive. And then you gain precognition, so the next attack that actually would hit. So if you, for some reason, are dodging an attack, this will not be triggered. But the next attack that hits, that damage will be completely negated like it didn't happen. You could just nope any kind of damage your way you want in a 1 hex radius on a 2-turn cooldown. Pretty amazing. She also has a scrying eye naturally, so is immune to flanking and is immune to becoming distracted. Because she sees no evil, but only maybe just a little bit. If anyone gets too close, she'll hit him with the old oracle stick of seeing the future. You shall see no more, bunk.
Yeah, what?
Alright, let's get to this. So let's take a quick look at the area around. So like I said, we do want to be quite aggressive and kind of move towards the pathway of ascension and let our secondary army clear out what's away around Ramas. But we do want to get into a few fights here. That is a couple of supports and the new Griffin unit, which not only looks incredible, these guys are a menace. They've got a melee strike that on the 3rd hit, it's not only going to be sundering your resistance, so you'll be taking more spirit damage, anything that's non-physical, every single slice. On the 3rd hit, they teleport back 4 hexes, so you can't really strike them back. So they're a menace. They also can fling some of their feathers at you, deal 20 damage and sunder more of your resistance. Griffins are monsters. Can't wait to build around them as well. They're animals, they kind of do require a couple other things to get going. We also have a Zealot here, and then a Light Spirit, which was brought in with the Griffin beta. They're pretty good. They can dim you on a single target shot, and can also then heal an ally for a small amount, and do a little bit of a debuff cleanse. They are excellent. But we'll all be teleporting away once we deal damage to them, so let's go punch them in the face. Hello there, Light Spirits. We shall work together to defeat you. First battle's on the farm. Farmers look out and see a griffin flying across, flanked by these very bright spirits. Yeah. Let's do this. Solkan's got his command and his normal melee strike. Very unlikely the griffin is going to come into melee very quickly, so let's see if we can't lure it in by going this way.
Huh? Nah.
He said nah. Reach no problem, Oracle. We want to try to bring everyone up in to get a nice portent, but it looks like we're not going to, because of my own poor placement. That's fine. Water slows you down, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but stay away from the griffin. You'll go for the healing portent. Oh, I do get to everyone. I was worried for no reason. So the next bit of damage just won't hit. So we had a really cool little effect there. Oh yes, then we'll go ahead and take the Cultivate Order affinity and give it to our Earthbreakers here, which will make them even tankier. Should have up to, 90 health. And then they'll heal a little bit, which is good. We want to get a second Cultivator in quite soon. I guess these guys, you have to have a new attack animation. Throw their celestial feathers at you. We are going to focus the Griffin. Send our leader around this way. You can come back and smash the Griffin with that hammer, which should also break the trees he's hiding in, allowing our archers to deal full damage. Oh really? What's in the way? Oh, is it really the shrubs? Or the fence? Constructed by these guys. Fair enough. One melee strike. Or we could give them another hammer smash. Let's go ahead and come around so the defensive tactics is active on both sides here. We'll shoot the bow. Give them their attack again.
You what?
And then have them weaken this whole crew over here. Because they are definitely going to retaliate. They've got the cool looking light bows. They're awesome. Status vulnerability. And then can you finish them? You can deal enough damage to make Immortals trigger, which works for me. And they poof out of there. Light spirits fall back. Negate our first hit of precognition and then condemn us. Get smacked good by the zealots. Smash them once. Move in and get a nice true strike here. Potion for everyone as well. Blast them thrice. The truest spirit allows them to take a little bit of that though. Don't like that we can't get rid of them enough. Because our glorious leader here is about to get blasted. Although we can kill this unit, so let's go ahead and get rid of him. He's out of here. Can we weather this return volley? Thank goodness for the shield.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pop down the big heal. Here, actually, you step forward. Oh yeah, count. We've been played. That's okay. You'll hear. We very much need it. And then you go ahead and charge in this side. We'll force him that way. Run to here, and we should be able to immortal them out of there. They heat their way out of this battle. And we lose all of our attacks anyway, so we might as well get defensive tactics. Fire away. And then go for the stab. And they're gone. And them only having 75% health, I will admit, is quite nice. Well done, Solkan and company. You're now very low on health. Which is not great, but that's just the way it be. Onward. We can annex our first province, and we've cleared out these pastures over here, so that's probably what we want to expand towards. So we'll go ahead and snag the forester here, and then the farm here on the pastures. Yes, here's our new architecture for this culture. Covered in the kind of we've got the Acropolis at the top and the different boxy city sprawl, which is it is what it is. I do like the glowy obelisks. We'll get more of them as the city goes up in tier. Let's go ahead and begin with the Magitectural Archive. I do like this icon. Oh, afterwards we get the Architect Institute. We're smart boys here. Smart boys that use magic. One more Surveyor, or we could get another Cultivator and get the heals going to both of our melee fighters. Let's snag the foraging training pretty early on here since we took so much damage, and then we'll upgrade the command. Bounty has been posted. Yes, here's our first Crusader host, and these are no joke. We'll deal with them later on, but we will not have the forces to start. Alright, we don't have the mana either, so let's go ahead and pass. Oh, we can also hand our city over the Whispering Stone. Since there are no free cities here, we might as well just give them our Palantir to make the people happy. The Dark Lord whispers to you. We build a farm here. And we're cruising on along. We want to stop for another fight. Kinda, because we do need to level up as we go. But believe me when I say the AI is aggressive about how quick they start taking land. Let's come on back this way. See what kind of item this is, please. A mask of precision, extra defense and accuracy. It's not terrible. Doesn't really benefit us that much though. Solkan, that fight's gonna be brutal. These just because of these two zealots. Reveals a morbid temple. Alright, fair enough. Then we'll march in to see if we can take these guys out. Risky battle? It definitely is. Health pool is meh. What does Auto Resolve think? Does Auto Resolve will never kill your ruler. Takes out our Earthbreaker though. I don't know if we can accept that. Let's try it. Losing our ruler this early on would be all kinds of unfortunate. Go ahead and cultivate order affinity with you.
You are?
Everyone in together, we'll give ourselves the precognition. First attack is a blank, and we're up to full health. Here, take a step back, keeping everyone in range, or making each other tankier. Then we pass. They might try to wait out precognition now. Let's advance that one of them get us, but not both. So here, you could go around. That could actually work to our advantage, though. So cultivator in. You stay a little bit back still. They can both hit one of them, but they can neither will work. Neither can hit both. 4 hexes. And they wouldn't be able to, she wouldn't be able to hit anyone. Alright, we'll pass. Your strike is only for a single turn, so we'll definitely pass. That's a miss. That's a miss. They're just wiping out the other in the way. Really bad play from the AI there. Indeed. Would weaken the 3 of you. I'll try to. Looks like it didn't work on anyone. Fair enough. We can use the striking portent on this group. We should have used it before on these guys, but that's alright. Charge right down the middle. Give a big smack. You move the same to these. Only the one on the side here, and this one can move back. I think this one's locked in. We'll still have you come around and go for the blast. Here. Ooh, we might be able to get rid of them. And there we go. Mortal Ward. So now we just have to deal with you next. Which won't be a ton of fun, I can't lie. We were hitting like a freight train last time. That's another one down. Going after our Earthbreakers. Too far back to be super effective. We'll go ahead and run up and go for a double shot. Ooh, the graze is unfortunate, but we'll take the crit. Here, you step forward. A big heal and just nope the next attack. The Oracle is what's carrying us here. Last here. Probably should have canceled their retaliation first. That's alright. $16 damage, or only 15. Yeah, it's too bad. We'll weaken the ones behind then. Fair enough. Burn. Oh, then back to him too. Jeez. Well, I didn't realize he'd turn around like that. Yeah, there's no reason not to triple strike our leader there. You're gonna get hit, that's fine. Move over, and Smash. This is very not good. We'd saved our ruler, then just immediately put it back in the wrong spot. Alright, so Virtuous Soul is active. 36 damage. Man. So that's enough to be together to kill. Let's take these guys out then. And then try to go for the Resilient Incarnation. We'll see. Come on. Survive. Last one to fumble. See, survival's all we need. Triple shot. We just needed these guys a bit closer, so we actually had some other tankiness. Spirit Blast them. Finish him with a Mystic Blast. You charge in, and they'll nope on away. That works out. Well, down to 16 health. Got a Wand of Blizzards. That's great to see.
Yeah.
Pop that sucker on immediately, and then the Mask of Precision. I guess it does give us... We don't have to worry about accuracy, though, do we? We'll hang on to it. Onward towards the pathway. We want to kind of put our first outpost near to the pathway of ascension, because this first city here just can't quite expand out here fast enough to make it worthwhile. Alright, and we pass. Day 3 dawns. No, so I'm tempted, but no, we can't handle a fight. Keep on our travels to the pathway. $90 gold. Then you can immediately turn around and grab the workshop. Production or just more food. Let's go for more growth. There will come a time when growth isn't as needed, so we'll probably just go for the storehouse, but after, then we can start focusing really hard on production. Well, that's some production there. Do we see any more Wonderstone? No is the answer. Alright, well, let's get you on the journey then.
Yeah, what?
Day 4. Take the road to get there a little bit faster, and the wicked we smite. From the fertile plains, east of Ramas, a croaking chorus swells, enchanting yet terrifying, until the far Dea reveals himself to you. The glowy-eyed Toad King himself. Hear our rendition, he chants, his vocal sac pulsating with fervor. We, croaking crusaders, have sailed to the shores of Emnora, in search of the Archon gave grace, yet we found denizens as foul as the deep terrors of the astral sea. It is the Revenants that I speak of, their vile presence impairing this celestial sanctuary. It is our calling to plunge the Revenants into the astral void. Interfere, Solkan, and you too shall be smote. Alright, brother. We can join in their rousing fervor. We do not take sides in holy crusades. Well, I do, I just need to know which side is. It is not for you to decide upon life or death, it is me. Now we'll go ahead and have some righteous unity here. As the chorus of croaking crusaders subsides, Miepthera raises her voice, speaking to you. The fate of the Revenants is a twisted one, she says. Her words spoken with unusual fragility. Once Archons alive, their souls were denied passage to the Allfather, till the most potent necromancy returned them to unlife, forever stained with the mark of Urath. Miepthera hesitates, and then continues. If there are Revenants on Emnora, things do not bode well. The Archons will, without a doubt, favor the ones who can put the Revenants to rest. Yet there concludes, they fear what must not be. Solkan gains a grievance against Frederick the Twice Cursed, as the Revenant threat to Emnora. Will gain some guaranteed Imperium or a mystery bonus. We shall deal with his Revenant threat in time. They live up here in what clearly looks like a tentacly crypt. That makes sense. Alright, next province we shall annex is... And I wish we had the time to come back in here and clear this. We probably will after we throw down the outpost. We want to make sure we secure it, though. Yeah, we grab a quarry on this Blossom Orchard. A pretty good province. Alright, go ahead and start moving up to the north here, then. Excellent. We go ahead and summon in a Zealot. Let's do so. More meat for the front line. More vengeance. Oh, that's actually since we can. Would you like a wizard bond? I'm not giving you any money, frog. Get away from me at once. Add the Zealot in, and then we can take on the Pathway of Ascension. Good. Then I have workforce done. So for 3 turns, a city is going to gain 60 production, but lose some food. Speeds up your buildings, slows down your growth. I think from here we'll go ahead and grab the Wayfinder enchantment. That way our Wonderstone gatherers can move a little bit faster. Pacification, huh? Don't need that right now. We move on to the Pathway of Ascension. Counts as a mine, will grant us 5 Imperium and 30 gold. Magic and Origin units are going to cost less gold and mana base upkeep in this city domain. Also, I guess it lets you build up a really, really big army of defending magical units. That's not bad. It's a lot weaker than normal because this is a gold wonder. But climbing the stairs of the Pathway of Ascension, you behold the grandeur of the ancient Archon architecture. Inside the chamber at the top, you find a rune-covered arch unlike the world gates of Magehaven. The arch is still dormant, without any trace of arcane mechanism that might activate it. The dormant portal arch does not offer you passage to the higher rings of Emnora. What do you do? Now we either leave or have a new event. It's Mayhandor. Approaching the figure at the end of the chamber, it steps out of the shadows. Greetings, fellow. What voice do we give to Mayhandor? Oh, yes, it was something like the greetings, fellow Godia. I am Shadow Prince Mayhandor of House Iniok. I have observed this Pathway of Ascension. But it's Pathway of Ascension 1. Many have come to step through its portal arch, yet they have all left disgruntled. Only for 2, a devout Simeon and an elven lady in dismay. And the starlit... I dropped his voice halfway through. Let's try this again. The starlit vortex opened, without allowing as much insight to be gained about its celestial magic. I can tell you too desire to pass, Solkan. Allow me to aid you on your journey. Together, we shall make it through. So you just must get a random member of your pantheon to join. Join me, Shadow Prince. Man, or I wish it was anyone else, but we'll take you. Welcome to the team. Having examined the Pathway of Ascension, you were expected by Beathera. Look at this background. You got the wispy blessed spirit trees? What kind of weird candy rock crystals do you have here? Have you found what you were looking for? She asked with a knowing smile. The answer could only be yes. You may have noticed it by now. On Emnora, the hopes and fears of the magically gifted may take tangible shape. It's one of the reasons why only the virtuous and worthy may ascend to the higher rings. Because other people will make nukes real. If you were to complete your journey to Emnora, Beathera concludes, you will have to master your fears. In time, you will understand the full meaning of this. Solkan receives some knowledge, and our Wayfinder enchantment speeds up. Thank her for her insights. So if the arch isn't how we get through here, how do we ascend to the next ring? I wonder. It says the second ring reachable. 0 of 1. Fair enough, I guess. They'll figure that mystery out as we go. Cultivator, you come join. So that if we do have access to another hero, we can bring Mandor in, which is actually pretty good. He doesn't really fit our build very much, but we'll take a little bit of an oddball to our journey here. Go for the workshop next, get our production hurrying along. And then an Earthbreaker so we can keep our military might looking nice and jockey. Especially with our extreme lack of any kind of enchantments just yet. I'm thinking the next place for our city is going to be right here. Move in quick. Speaking of whales, a very fast turn. Alright, we'll go ahead and pop down the outpost here. And other baddies we get. That's a lot of charge units at a tier 3, maybe not. Are they already starting to upgrade that much? That's crazy. We can take on this army. The Lightbringer is a bit spooky. But this is all support units, so once we close the gap, it's game over. I thought someone else was already building one. I was like, well, that was fast. We lost the race after all. Ooh, a nice choke point. Yes, bring yourselves. I'll use it to the flank with our cultivator. Actually, I said I should have. Come on back.
Yeah.
We have to begin by giving everyone the super tankiness. So you all step over one.
Alright. Away. Alright.
And then you can drop the heal. And now everyone in our entire stack has precognition. So good luck hitting anyone. You and the Zealot can work together on this side. I'm not going to use the cultivator just yet. If it's the one that gets captured, we're in trouble, so we're going to keep it back here. Then I'm going to keep the bow back here as well. Beautiful. Well, the light spirits, or the light fish, rather. What are you called? No, Lightbringer. Its domination is the concerning part. The fact that it went to just drop our precognition is a bit spooky. All in on trying to take down the leader. Glorious leader isn't scared of you. Move it from here and go for the side attack. I have to keep back the cultivation, otherwise we will get one of our units stolen for sure, with no recourse.
Nah.
Start dropping the light fish. Grace removed. I mean, the Reign of Grace is extremely problematic. You're marked, son. We'll just go ahead and Spirit Blast here. Free up our leader to hit him with a blizzard. Pretty potent attack. And they're all slowed. Bring it. Tried to go for the steel, didn't work. I must never get that lucky. I'll try to take down my Earthbreaker. Good luck. Go ahead and cultivate up with you. Get rid of your condemned. Charge in.
Alright.
Send you after the light fish. Big smack. Oracle in, make sure everyone's got the defensive tactics going. Well, you may not have to get too much closer. Yes, get rid of the light spirit. I'm gonna say that they're called the same thing. Honestly, I think giving you another turn is more useful. Having them turn all the way around, I really don't like. Hit these guys a second time. If they run, they should trigger. I do like how cheap the Resilient Incarnation is. We get tankier. And he should have 3 stacks of whatever the tank here is. Wow, that's some chunky damage. I'm thinking we swarm the world with these Earthbreakers, and people are gonna have a bad time. Triple shot into the dragon, Giant Slayer triggering there, getting 12 damage. With flank. They nope their way out of there. Slightly stereotypical leprechaun sounding. Yo, what? What do you mean? Send the Earthbreaker after him. Smack. And that's our hunt down teams. One blast in there, but we completely negate it. That spirit nopes on away, and then we'll just hunt him down here with the Leonidas spear. The Robe of Resistance. We'll take it. It's better than we had. And paladins can wear robes and armor. In fact, looks like someone else has stolen our color scheme. Because we're supposed to normally have kind of the gray cloaks like Solkan's followers are meant to. But no, we've got the Jedi robes this time. Extra health for everyone. Let's go for the decisive command now, that way we can use it and still activate his attacks or abilities. Good stuff. Bounty has been posted. Oh, because we didn't accept the other one. We're not going to accept this one either. So the Crusader Knights are not great for this one, or the Vigilante Knights, that is. We're learning. You do want to try to min-max for the story realm you're playing. Let's go a little bit more gold. Yeah, struggling a bit. We made the decision to come up here and grab this pathway first. So now you've got to turn around and get some work done. Gargoyles are spooky. What are they sitting on? Some draft? Oh, that's not very useful at all. Let's come on back and start clearing the way around Ramos here. That Crusader host is just placed very precariously. Yes, we'll come over here and clear this. Another one here? Excellent. Now I know, trekking through the jungle is quite drabbed. You've got no choice. Something maybe we could grab some Wonderstone from the temple, but not quite. The other way you get Wonderstone is from... It's not going to tell you. Oh, I lied. Okay, here it comes. It comes from magic materials. So surveyors come on in and find provinces that don't, or that have magic materials that haven't been surveyed by other architect cultures, and they'll gain 50 Wonderstone for each. Otherwise, whenever you grab a magic material and add it to your empire, even if it's through trade, you'll get Wonderstone for it, which is awesome. Alright. So in fact, Default, do you have any magic materials right now? No. Still's gonna make us pay for the Wizard's Bond. No thanks. Next another province, we get a mine going. I mean, this magic material is claimed, but will we still get Wonderstone for it? Let's find out. No. You have to have full control of it. And that would make sense.
Yeah.
That's a much easier fight. It doesn't have a pickup, so let's go ahead and grab that. As your troops approach the band of mercenary guards, they wave the right flag. We were hired by the rich merchant to look after this iron deposit, this man half made of iron says. That's what you get for becoming mercenaries. No, we need good boy points, so we'll let them leave. And we get a robe. Fortune every time a friendly spell is cast.
Alright.
And we can probably end up selling that to the frog. For gold or friendship. Mana here, that's a fairly easy battle. We could also move up and take out this lightfish. Yeah, let's come in this way and then kind of swoop over. Find us some more magic materials, sir. Seem to be not very many. We're quite lacking. Oh, we found a new empire. Production of the Shrine in Ramas. We're not really using the mana just yet, so let's go ahead and grab the Institute for more knowledge and production. You know what? We're in neutral stability. Let's grab one more bit of population. I say we secure a mine here. The 8 Dawns. Put ourselves an outpost here. And we can go ahead and found a city of the Devotees of Vengeance immediately. We don't really have that much extra cult. Excuse me, Cultivator, you are going to be our forward scout. Speaking of scouts, they now have very fast movement. Condemnation, conjure elemental into a battle. 20 mana for a light spear. That actually sounds really good. So that's on next pickup. Outpost founded. And we're a decent ways away from their city, so they won't get mad about it, and we can grab both of these if we're lucky. Let's go find magic materials. Bearing a scent of fragrant oil and yet also decay, a wrinkled man in Archon armor descends the stairs of his necropolis. A stinky undead boy.
I am Frederick the Twice Cursed, leader of the ones so unfairly prescribed as devout revenants.
He introduces himself, showing an embittered grin.
My people became doomed twice. Once when the lizard folk denied us departure in the first age on Athla, and again near the end of its second age, when the mark of Urath was placed on a necropoli. We rose as tainted puppets, yet when the seals of Athla broke, our souls became rekindled with faith. We are no agents of Urath.
The Frederick shouts kind of softly.
We are Archons.
Fair enough. He's very determined, Frederick.
We came to Emnora in search of redemption. Yet we found the passage to the higher rings blocked, our prayers answered by stoic silence. Do they not see? Our coming is a gift, a willing host offering itself to find a cure for what cannot be cured.
Frederick, the Twice Cursed, sounds desperate, though he soon regains his composure.
Our pleas remain unanswered for too long. Now we have sinned, capturing an Astra to negotiate.
You captured a tier 5? I mean, that's not very safe.
To negotiate a talk. We merely ask to be heard, but the Astra will not speak. You are a Godia, Solkan.
Frederick appeals to you.
Talk to the Astra at the Morbid Temple. Speak of our intentions. Convince her we are not corrupted.
If we do, we'll gain a mystery bonus. Sure, show me the temple and I'll help. I'll fight for your redemption. If you actually are good guys. You don't look very friendly, but... don't judge a book by its cover, I guess. We'll see. Reserved isolationists. Throne City of Resurgence. They don't like to start wars. They like empires with very few friends, so like one person only. Everyone knows someone like that. Empires have defeated other empires, or they don't like if you've taken out other empires, or if you have vassals. Yeah, fair enough. They like to expand, but they're very wary about it. The Faldea has declared a friendship. Thank you, Frog. That's too kind. You still don't want a Wizard's Bond, though. And doubtful he does. Because we started off with a grievance. Actually, if we forgive this grievance... grievances, where are those at? How do I forgive these? Should be quite simple. Resources, items. I thought there was a way to do it that was... maybe it's one that can't be removed. If that's the case, so be it. Go ahead and send our scout along to try to... oh, are you also architects? Architects of Shadow, looks like. Sorted Souls tier are already up to 10 population? That's crazy. That's crazy. We'll get there. We've got to grow a bit, though. Especially after we spent some of our Imperium building up the city. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead and continue our journey towards this one snake. Day 9 dawns, new skill. is available. Outpost cost less. That had been good earlier on. Not so good now. Let's take on this. Oh, it was hiding some spiders. Auto resolve gets one of our zealots killed. They're quite like flagellants of Sigmar. They're good at running in and getting taken out, so they're flagellants of Volkmar, or Solkan, that is. Alright, once again we will begin by grouping everyone together. Run through the poison flower, that's not great. Are you the extra, though? I think you are. Oh, sorry, extra. You just don't get precognition this time. I think you'll be fine. You don't really have to worry about negating debuffs this time, so we'll go ahead and hand over the Affinity Incarnate to make our lads much tankier. Stay stacked up for the defensive tactics. Go ahead and link with these shock units, and we'll just kind of leave them where they're at.
Alright.
Alright. I say as I move them in. Let's pass. Bring it, spiders. Okay, we left a little bit too much of an opening, but thankfully that first one's negated. Second one, not so much. Oh, they immobilized these guys, so that's after I just said we don't need the cleanse. No real good chance to hit with the Spirit Blast is very sad. Just in the way. Quite the conundrum. I would agree. There's Barnif. Okay, well we definitely set up poorly for the spiders.
You what?
30 damage. Snake is going to hurt, in other words. Gotta have no choice but just to deal with it. Blast him. What to think about who to give the turn to. It's still that one. They've got themselves nice and crisscrossed here. Or take a little bit of damage, fall back. Blast them with the Mythic Blast. Hunter spiders are a problem. One shot is all we got, so we either get one hit of 18 or a cool 15. Man. 24 damage there. If they both go after them, though, they're in bit of trouble. Step backwards, stay in the defensive zone, and take a shot here. Alright, then we'll go ahead and re-up on your turn.
Away?
Clobber him a second time. I was only 11 damage at the time. That's okay. All in. Kill the spiders. We'll go ahead and give everyone here a bit more tankiness. Yeah, I figured they'll strike our damage dealers. That's only clever. Ouch. Hey, that's enough. Bonk.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be a good fight for you, but someone's got to. Raise there is unfortunate. Go ahead and charge in and beat the brakes off these spiders. Really not a high chance. Good, we'll take the crit. Spirit blast these spiders. And then you can... Oh, you can't even move because of the immobilization? that's too bad. Yeah, we lose the shade binder. Yeah, that's the shade throwers. Darn these single entities. They just die. The zealots are trash. I mean, we have no choice but to throw them into them then. Or lose them anyway. It's just 17 damage a hit. We keep them alive, just barely.
Uh-huh.
Swipe here. Let everyone else use their attacks first, then we'll go for the precognition if we need it. I only tried to keep this out alive and failed miserably. Our ruler has leveled up though, so we'll go ahead and start making him... We'll get to making him a paladin. For now, though, endurance training. More hit points and resistance for everyone in his army, and we can also go ahead and snag Initiative Order. Give you Shield of the Faithful, so less upkeep, and then a 60% chance of giving anyone who's attacking him remorse, so they lose morale at the end of their turn. Look upon me in despair. Alright, we'll go ahead and join up then. We lost our zealot. That's kind of what they're for, but I don't want to necessarily sacrifice them this early on. Workforce going. It does slow you down pretty considerably in terms of food. Yeah, we'll snag the shrine. Wipe out this light fish to allow us to expand on over here. And then we move towards the morbid temple as quickly as we can. Speaking of, you start with an undead titan. One of our new undead Revenant units. We've got an undead titan and a fallen angel, which hopefully no one has just yet. But it's interesting that you've got undead titans and you're pretending to be a good guy. We'll have to keep an eye on you. It may all just be a trip. Horrible trick. Well, that's the void. We can't go there. The outpost in... He's put it pretty close to our city. I'm telling you, man, the AI is pretty greedy with the land. They deserve it all, of course. Go ahead and secure a secondary surveyor so we can see about finding another way across the rings here. But it seems like the only way across is either to kill the Revenants or to hear them. Day 10 dawns.
Away?
Economy still in
yeah.
shambles. We would make a march on the smaller force here. Might still try to kill our Shadebinder. Shademaker. Wand of the Rising Undead. We can join Mandor and raising Holy Undead. For now, that'll belong to you, Solkan. Mandor can have it afterwards. I'm not fighting this host. They are extremely overtuned. We'll deal with that when we're a little bit stronger. Got our shrine in, and you keep on looking for more magical materials. On sneaking around. Declare a justified war. Man, I kept hoping we could give them something else there, but that's fine. We are out of money. So we wait. Day 11 dawns, we'll go ahead and move on down.
Nah.
Wipe out these spiders guarding our mine. Shoo. Kills our Earthbreaker. Now, we know how scary these spiders are, but we'll do our best to work around it this time. Over here towards the rest of the team. We'll We'll step forward one here. Oracles, make sure you're in the center. Absolutely not in the shade binder. You stay in the back this time. We'll go for the big heal. Wooga Woogas of the Cosmos, and we can move forward from here.
Alright.
But make sure we have
You what?
no space for the spiders to jump into. There's always a spot for them. The spiders are the worst. We can cultivate the affinity here with the leader. And with our Earthbreaker.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna move from this spot. I'm gonna let them come on over here. We're gonna go ahead and grab the True Strike. Important. Spider can go wherever it wants, pretty much.
Alright.
If we step forward, all that we're really doing is luring it in to hit the back line, so
Yeah.
we'll just let them come to us. Oh, see, that one I wasn't expecting. Good move. And then you can jump over the mountain. However, we do have a lad with a hammer back there to teach you some manners, so that's something we can do pretty easily. Let our archer escape, please. Then proceed to have everyone turn around and beat the heck out of these poor spiders. Got quite a bit of health, though. Fire from here. Good damage, and then we send in the Earthbreaker to finish him.
Yeah.
That's that. Then we go ahead and grab the Earthbreaker. Even if they can't make it,
Away?
we'll get close in and drop a blizzard here. Do form motion of a much shorter time, escaping now. First hit was a graze and a dodge. Second hit was a graze and third was a direct connection, but not too bad.
You what?
They leave.
Mm-hmm.
We can choose to raise a zombie up if we want to. Start weakening the ones in the back. Another one. Oh, here's the way. Thou shalt not deal damage. Not now or oh, that's the wrong unit. Not now or ever. If you hit them, they dope out of here. Works for me. We pass. Nice bit runs, goes for a shot, is negated.
Nah.
Has some hammers dropped. And one final, I guess, sword spear swipe seals the win. Yes, we've got ourselves a signet of escaping. He is now a sneaky god of vengeance.
You what?
And yeah, from here, they're clearing the rest of these. Should be a snap. Let's go ahead and send our other scout on away. And build into the Great Ziggurat, which should allow us to get in the first tier. Once we need 200 Wonderstone to build the first tier of the monument. We'll get there soon. As for new heroes, we should have Mandor of House Idiok, the Death Knight, who is also a Dominator. Not really what we want for our armies, but welcome, sir. All the same. An extra Palantir or some excavation. I think we'll keep the Palantir, and now we've got this new city, Monolithia, which is going to be remain. Actually, what we'll do is we'll have a stand-in. Telea is the entire country, but we will find a city in Telea that worships Solkan, or otherwise, and we'll go ahead and add it in. So for now, you should just be Telea, and in the future, it'll have a new name. It should be governed by Mandor. Don't worry about the zombies wandering around, those are your friends. New friends that shall never leave you. Go ahead and buff up the entire race now. Have no more gold in terms of gold. And so we wait. And we're trapped in here until we can get him to give us any kind of treaty. Oh, neither like us very much. They don't like empires with few alliances. Well, how about you make a deal with us then, sir? Surely the Crusade Toads don't want to fight everyone at once. They might. Alright, that's day 12. Take a step forward, get into a fight here. Oh good, these guys also want to run. Build up the good guy points. Thank you, angelic mercenaries. And then move on along. Another army there, excellent. Should really gain some good skills, just kind of ranking up and clearing out the area around Ramas.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's a pretty small force. We'll just go ahead and move. Well, we want to move up right alongside Mandor. They're sending an invading force. Nothing to deal with that then. Perhaps we could bring our empires together. We're now quite respectful. He still wants money. Not that respectful, apparently. Oh, you know what? Those invading forces are gonna murder this poor Wayfinder. Whoops. 2 Titans. This had better be the patrolling army. That's insane. 2 Titans and 2 steel units? Jeez. I'll go on ahead on around. Set production here into Leia. Do we have the cash to do both? Kind of. We'll go for the research building first. And summon some zealots to supplement our armies. I think we definitely should. And we pass. Yeah, no, that definitely was. They've got multiple. They've got a fallen angel? Well, here's what that looks like. No, the infestations are definitely not geared up too far. They're fine. They cost souls to upkeep. Good, you escaped. Well, I don't know if we're capable of dealing with what's coming our way. Andor has to go all the way around, that's too bad. We still obliterate them. Back and join this group, and you come on around. We've nearly got things around Gramas cleared. And even though it's probably going to get burned down, we are going to secure a secondary research post here. And then spend... If it didn't cost 90, I'd absolutely be in for it. 18 is just not worth it to increase population by 1. We may not be different after all. Okay, what if we go for a open borders pact? He says no. It's far too pricey. There's a dragon sitting on the watchtower, fair enough. The extra Imperium would be quite nice. Let's go for that. Get it up and running while we have that extra mana under our belts here. We'll go for that Wayfinder enchantment. Make our scouts move further. Beautiful, then we pass. Day 14. They're legitimately making me deal with a tier 5 and a tier 4. What is 50 damage? And a 4 hex long, 3 hex wide line. That is insane.
Aye.
Well, I'm not sure we did deserve this. Clearly it was something extremely evil. Oh, you can't even reach? That's too bad. Yeah, I'm taking the opportunity to clear this stuff out, and then we'll just deal with the fallen angel that's moving on our lands. If we can. So we are going for an Inquisition. We aren't really going for one with Pyromancers, because that's going to be our Virgils later on. I think we do want to lean a little bit into Materium, so we can get some things built up quick. So we'll go forgo rather, the staves of, hang on, research per farm. Lots of research in here. We'll grab the Tome of Faith instead.
When faith fuels the embers of one's spirit, it is like a soothing balm upon soul and sinew. It binds wounds. It strengthens limbs. It spreads like the light of a blazing sun from one deserving body to the next. Keep the faith, stoke it, and it shall bolster your believers for all time.
Quite right, and I'm going to take the time to quickly save, just so we don't lose any progress here for this. Listen, losing a whole 2-hour episode is heart-crushing. We're not going to have it happen again. Alright, so we are going to snag... Oh man, Staves of Mending is so good. So is Army Heal. We desperately could use some sustain in the field, so that's what we're going to spend our mana on. Trade proposal? That's what I thought, Defal, that's what I thought. Don't want to get on the bad side of the angry Jedi. Strength, God of Vengeance. Strength you too there, Defal. How about a defensive pact? What about Province Claiming Pact? Or Open Borders? No, of course not. Well, you're just gonna hang out over there at Soulport then, sir. Leia. Oh good, we are immediately bothering our neighbors. Let's go ahead and snag the Pathway of Ascension right away. And then I think I'm gonna spend a little bit more of our... That's so much. But we need to grab some land around here, otherwise the AI is going to be very greedy about it. Start with the Forester. Magitectural Archive is rushed. Perfect. You're going to be doing no rushing into Leia whatsoever, outside of maybe grabbing a couple of additional population. Oh good, there's our Wonderstone. Excellent. Ramas needs some help with their stability. Let's go for a tavern then. We have no more cash. Just the way it be. Where'd the angel go? They're just sitting here for now, which means they're burning down this research post next turn. Fair enough. I guess, respect it. Grab ourselves another zealot then. Well, actually, that'll allow us to fight the battle. So Zealot, you hang out here with... So we'll do this. And then they're all together. We can safe battle that one, and if anyone dies... Andor gets killed. What do you mean? He isn't a dead monster, so... Andor, why are you so low health? Is it just because you were already Whiteborn, so you're taking some serious damage? No, he doesn't have the issues so far. I wonder what his problem is. Ooh, actually, Death Knight Mandor, can he give you items here? No, we'll do that next time. We must remember. So he can revive a skeleton from any corpse. Since he's already an ascended member of our Pantheon, there are so many other members of our Pantheon that would have been better here. Because if you want the best role possible for this the story realm, I would definitely suggest re-rolling a couple times. You know what, Mandor? No, we need to go over here to get some health. Get some health and some precognition. It's healthy for the soul. Center. And we can heal up and keep this whole hex here from taking any damage. Beautiful. And yeah, the AI definitely doesn't know how to use that. Cultivate some more affinity here. Cultivate some more affinity here. And let's kind of keep a line going. So we'll march up. How far can you go, good sir? Good, good, good. Take as much ground as we can. You stick to the trees. We've got some zealots crossing the field, and you there. March. Very conservative strategy, very conservative. I get the mine now, though, so... Don't cry when I bring back some very scary mercenaries. Drop down the blizzard. Slow them down a bit on the way in. I'm just gonna keep the Earthbreaker here. Oracle can advance. Everyone sounds so irritated with being asked to do anything. I don't really know if Mandor needs True Strike. We'll bring him in and allow him to benefit.
Alright.
The Zealots definitely don't need it.
Away.
Mandor, go ahead and turn so you're not getting throat kicked. Drop down the True Strike. We misclicked. That's too bad. Negated damage. Condemned. They do like to get rid of all of your precognition, which I think is a good use of their time. Punch you, get rid of some of that grace.
Yeah.
Keep the defensive tactics active.
Alright. Uh-huh.
Move up, start blasting into these spirits. If this dragon moves at all, it's doomed. And I guess them not making any corpses whatsoever is kind of an issue, because Mandor doesn't get to use his ability. But it's not that big a deal. Big smash. Hit them both with a swipe. Oracle, you go ahead and move in. These guys, I think they actually have spirit weakness, which is really strange. And they're marked. Virtuous Spirit now active. What does that do? Ignores casualties and has additional defense and resistance. Those, they're kind of like how they always portray the samurai in Age of Wonders. Or not Age of Wonders, Age of Empires.
Yeah.
Vulnerability. Step in. And then we will re-up your attack, good Oracle. Very cool, 17. Now if they try to do anything at all, they should get yeeted back to their realm. And that's oh no, they moved first. Oh no, it still worked out. All's well that ends well.
Uh-huh.
Bonk. You're being dramatic. Didn't hurt that bad.
You what?
It was just a big holy spear. Sounds like the raptor from Jurassic Park. Solo you on down, it's also way more damage. And it doesn't like the blizzard, it eats out of here. Like most dragon types. No. Oh, good grief. Alright, well. Sorry, gang. I'll be back when this retry's done. An unfortunate misclick that I have not had happen before, but we're back. Margar's gone again. No problem. Solkan wins the battle and we gain some gold. Perfect. Well, now we just have to deal with this judge over here, which is going to be an absolute menace, but thankfully he doesn't have too many friends, so just a judge, a lightbringer, and 2 supports, which I think could be very manageable. And we can do that all before the fallen angel there takes out our research post. All good stuff. Get back over into our territory if you can. Our ruler has leveled up. Doesn't keep the people in his territory any happier, but... you know what? Let's go ahead and grab Experience Leader. A little bit of experience trickle every single turn is so underestimated. Incredibly useful. Oh, we get our first Guardian. Yes. And predictably, the Angel gets to work burning. But that's fine. We will accept this with potent stoicism. We'll see, they've got some haste berries. Willing to trade for 16 gold. I wish we had a little bit more gold going, but let's get trading so we can start actually producing Wonderstone. You get 8 per magic material. Oh, it's in their territory now, isn't it? We'd have to trespass. Please, brother. Open borders. I don't want to pay you for it. We made them out to be so different after all. They like empires that don't break treaties. And me too. Just hang out nearby. We won't be able to come in until we sign a pact with them, and I don't want to trespass yet. Is it our main resource? Yes, but trespassing has its pretty severe downsides. Want everyone here for this fight. So you, Surveyor, you're back from your harrowing journey. Then you can come join here. Excellent. The two of you can run on along and get ready to fight this judge. How unexciting. It costs too much to boost. We'll just kind of carry on how we are. Although, rushing this for 32 is not a bad call. We can get another vendor going. We need the palisade walls too, so nothing can just come in and take our territory. You can see without the walls, they just have to walk right in. Day 16 is upon us. We've got ourselves a new empire development skill. Vassals grant gold. I don't even think we get any vassals in this realm here. I mean, Scout, you can deal damage for us, but I prefer you not. Just move this way. You can barely not reach us. That works for me.
Yeah, what?
Get as close as you need to, and then we will
Yeah.
jump this righteous judge. Alright, Mandor, hang on. Safe battle. You lose a Earthbreaker. I think not. No, we definitely need those for the fight against what's much scarier than you. Yeah, you can deal just 40 damage at will.
Away?
Still not quite as spooky as the other abilities that our enemies have.
Ha.
Hustle on across. The judge can pretty much do what it wants. But we need to give it a juicy target then. Archers up. Means you have to be the one in the front as well. Come on through, and then as long as you can reach, we can get one of... Nah. Add yourself to the line. Zealot, you take this. If we lose anyone, I'm happy for it to be the Zealots. Big heal and precognition. And then we pass. They should all target our leader. Or they're gonna be really, really cagey. Bold strategy. See if it pays off for him. We'll take everyone up at this flank here. We can move up one more step, so we will. I can teach you all with a blizzard here. Make a move, Judge. I'm gonna keep one Affinity Incarnate back. Yeah, they can be used on you.
Uh-huh.
Step away. Come on up to the front lines. We have a secondary shield unit here. Then you step back. Those would actually cut you off from any defensive tactics, which is unfortunate, but I think necessary. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Striking Portent and see what they go for. And Steel. Recognition. Negate first wave attacks. They do get a crit. And a hefty 15. We definitely can't take too many of those. But let's go ahead and take our unit back with a cleanse. Go ahead and give the decisive command, that way we can get rid of their retaliation. The leader's in such a bad spot. Runch these guys.
Yeah. Away? You what? Uh-huh.
Start taking out the light spirits.
Uh-huh.
And Emnora has been kind of boxed in, so we can't do anything. Should have him out of the flank. That's alright. Damage here, 11. Let's go ahead and blast the spirit fish. Have them yeet on away. The flank. And or we'll just keep you here. And have you apply shield wall. Triple shot. Giant Slayer. It doesn't matter, the thing is chunky. Hit back for 42. Pretty unfortunate, I can't lie. We'll go ahead and summon in an elemental and have it heal. Probably should have put it over here so it's a distraction, but see how things go. It runs and hits. Huh. I couldn't tell you why. There goes that spirit. Swarmed by a bunch of zealots. They've been released from the gulag.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll have you move back. Get these units with precognition this time. Smash down the trees in the way there. Blast the Titan bow in. Only 8 damage is so pitiful. Andor can sneak around. We hit him with a blizzard too. Let's do that first. And see you later. Last but not least, the Spirit Dragon. Condemn the Spirit Dragon. And then deals extra spirit damage. Nice. You can toggle auto combat from here. Where he runs for the hills. You use either our abilities or my spells, I'm gonna be so mad at you. Blast him from there. Goes for this GT22. Nice. That's even more Wonderstones. We're up to 16 a turn. Melee attackers have a chance of becoming remorseful, so we can give that to Meandor. Solkan already has Way Helmet. We'll give him the Demoralizing Mask. You all are going to learn today. Attack Solkan and Meandor, and you're going to be quite sad about it. For a very long time, and we don't quite know why. Clearly, you're not very good at dealing with your emotions. Everyone together, and we'll fight this fallen angel here next turn. Or die horribly trying. Haste berries, excellent. Founding, migrating, or do anything else with cities is going to take a little bit less turns. Can't rush anything here. We can attract more population, which I think is a good idea. we will grab a farm on this ironworks. Yes, Salvation, we see you, don't worry. And wait there. We really just need you to grab this Wonderstone. But trespassing is going to be a problem. Nah. Nothing given, we'll just wait. Yes, the Fallen Angel blows up on a research post. So besides that, what other abilities do you have? Target a non-hero enemy has a chance of becoming dominated. If resisted, it just sustains an absolute ton of damage. And that's not so bad. Not so bad unless we resist it. Mend the Weak is a free heal. Sunburst is a huge AoE. And then the Heavy Charge Strike. This is going to be a nightmare. Some of you may die. In fact, we probably want to keep the Scout over to do just that, if we need it. We can keep those pastures for Talea. And we'll grab another farm over here. Yeah, we've got to push them back now, so let's move in. We've got enough mana to do some summoning, which will keep us alive. We've got a fair few units. Really low risk. How low risk? So low risk we get backhanded. Now let's do our best. We get to see the new Celestial unit. And the new, wow, you look incredible. Look at these wings. Same thing with the Titan, though. Big old chunky armor. I love the Buster Sword. This is going to be a problem. The amount of gigantic single target bombs they have is insane. How far away can you Sunburst? Okay, so we can have the Scout just get up in their face here. Get poisoned a little bit. Oh no, he's poisoned. Oh no. I'm thinking we have the archers just stay back. Great leader, take position here. Where's me Oracle? Need a position. Mandor isn't going to get. Oh, you can only undo the last thing he did. Mandor isn't going to get recognition, but that's fine. Just gotta try to lure their armies in two different ways. Their soldiers, rather, in two separate directions. Drop down the old recognition. And we will go ahead and just give one of these over. Save the other. There's the ray. Thankfully, it did just hit the scout, so if we lose the scout, I'm here for that. Sorry, brother. They didn't do a good enough job of finding us waystones. And see, now him I can resurrect. Which is great. I am going to go ahead and hit a bit of frost on these three. But let's wait till use that after we... Yeah, let's go ahead and go for the weaken. Realize we probably also should have gone for the striking portent. And that's the one we'll give their ability back to. Decisive command. Oh, this is slightly miserable. Here, turn around, Solkan. Don't really like that we're gonna have to get poisoned to come through here. Let's do it though. All the way around and Death Call. I'm very, very glad it was a spearman. You get retaliated and obliterated. I come up here and clobber these guys. Just a tier 1. They'll hit back pretty hard, but should also confuse our enemies a bit. We can move in and Shard Strike here. Cancels defense mode on both. Go for the Blizzard now. Hit the 3 of them. Some really big damage. Spear, see if you can go for some not bad damage on the giant. Forward. 6 here. 11 here. Let's hit the lads that have some spirit weakness. Yeah, try to weaken those reinforcements a bit. Blast them in. If they even move, they should lose their lads there. And then we'll go ahead and light spirit. Right here, just to be a bit of a distraction. That does get rid of the unit. Yeah, we'll go ahead and immortals it. Goodbye, good sir. Now we have 2 ways to cleanse. Ouch. Really cool looking effect, too. Oh, that's lame. Yeah, unfortunate. They got them as far away from these guys as they could. Come back over, go ahead and bring them back. We're gonna lose them anyway, so we might as well do some damage. Take them down a peg or 2. No zombie calls yet. Let's go ahead and give him the stab. Already slowed down and everything. Here, go heal. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Step forward. I think we just need to go all in on the Celestial here, because once it drops below 75% health, it will take off. And get you those crits. Mystic Blast. Oh, we missed.
Yeah,
Was indeed the Mystic Blast. Yes. I think we just summon in another. Let's go Light Spirit back here. Try to mess with them a little bit. And turn. And heals itself. Ouch. Leaves and goes to strike our other charge units in the back. They tanked that very well. Alright, no one has died yet. Go after this fallen angel for me. And or you get in there as well. It's not going to be a proper charge, but it gets rid of the Titan, which is what we really need. Surround the angel.
Alright.
That's some really good damage. And these ones we can actually get to nope away. Alright, so step forward. Heal. Go for the triple shot here on the fallen angel. Big damage. Then everyone else, we're going to try to attack the Griffin here. Ah, we missed. Ice would get rid of it. It's going to do a lot of friendly fire. Actually, they have precognition, so they'll dodge it. Go for it. Alright, so they're slowed. Which means you can move away. Oh, we got him repinned. Okay, we've got a second chance here. That should do it. They yeet themselves into oblivion. And we lose. Oh, that's all kinds of sad. Take him down, Mandor. Go to your blade to work. And then from here, we can have this other Lesser Light Spirit. Yeah, just weaken. You're condemned. And that one goes away. Everyone stabs the angel and it turns around. So he's gonna go for the big blast. Jeez, this thing is strong. That puts the Dragon Breath to shame. Thank goodness we have the precognition. Giant Slayer. Use it again. Very confused that your abilities are... Get sucked into the book? That's awesome. We should have slowed that down. Finish him. With the help of all zealots, we fix those guys' attitudes with a hammer. Yeah, it's a completely acceptable battle for what we were facing there. You want to clear this infestation there, Defal, or are you going to just kind of wander around and be useless? Repair this province. And I'm glad we've managed to hold them back. That actually should make... We'll have to see exactly what they've got here. It's a silver infestation. You're a liar. This is the new strongest infestation I've seen. And/or your skills are weirdly far away from us here. Deathcaller, Wizard King 1, and Wizard King 2. Fair enough. Channeling Ritual. Defensive Ritual that heals you. I don't really think we want any of the ritual. Instead, we go ahead and make you a better Death Knight. And then, good for you, you're a Zealous Zombie. Literally. A Zealous Zombie. So you'll be able to walk into our Holy Flames later on. How exciting for you. Listen, brother, I want in your settlements. Yeah, okay, we'll have to wait. For now, you stay here. And we just gotta hope they don't beat us to the punch. Let's go for a stonemason. We're gonna keep upgrading our production here. Hurry that. Grab the palisade walls, and we'll switch back to the workshop here afterwards. Yeah. And Guardian's nearly complete. Oh, now we can start building roads. What a good ability. The days are actually starting to get long enough where I'm going to start cutting them out. But Defal is moving his armies to go engage. He's got toads, snakes, and penguins. Oh, and he's got a toad paladin. Look at this. I don't know if toads have these kind of things going on, but fair enough, I guess. Lay on hands and smite. I can't wait till we have some of our own. Oh, they're marching to meet each other. Well, thank goodness we started out by being friendly with both. You can both leave me alone, and continue to punch each other out. That works fine. Let's rush here and grab a workshop. We got a weighted Ramas. Okay, since they said we needed to come deal with this morbid temple, we should probably circle to going after that now. Gonna leave this Crusader host here. Does anyone have a bounty on it currently? No. Except for this one way up here that we really can't reach, because it's on, I think, the second, or even the third tier ring. So we'll have to wait there. Okay, so I think we'll just circle and go after this morbid temple. Away. Stay in our territory to heal. You continue to hang out here until... Oh no, you're gonna get trapped, aren't you? Oh man. Oh, you can just wander through. Oh no, we did trespass. Game, why'd you let me do that? Oh, never mind, you just have to leave this turn. Oh, no problem. Well, we're still gonna try to build up those good relations with him so we can actually get in there and steal his Wonderstone. You're already sending another invasion? Good grief. We barely survived the last one. Excuse me? We're gonna keep printing units and sending them your way. Enjoy. Well, okay, we might just have to have Mandor go and deal with this temple. I do know that this is one we can clear with an event, because I have a bit of knowledge that you all might not. So let's go ahead and build some roads and get there a little bit faster. And build it across mountains. Okay, then. Won't even try. Can't build roads from here? That's fine.
Uh-huh.
Solkan, you turn to deal. They're going after our research post that we already stopped burning. Good grief. That's just the way it is. Guardian, where you at? We'll have you next turn. I think we need you now, and we can grab ourselves another... I want another Shade Maker. We'll grab an Earthbreaker, though, because they're much faster to recruit. Yes, and now we've got ourselves a proper hoplite, which will have a different symbol on the shield depending on your affinity, which I think is incredible. It's a small detail, but it is an awesome one. These guys are also cool because they are going to make enemies more weak to whatever your dominant affinity type is, so if you're dealing spirit damage, they should become weaker to spirit damage if they're standing right next to. They will also make them take more damage of whatever type, depending on how many stacks of affinity incarnate rather you have, and that is going to be increased by the incarnate disruption too, so anyone hitting these guys is going to suffer greatly. And they also have first strike, so they have their spear. No anti-large, but first strike. Let's go ahead and grab condemnation. It's not a bad bit of damage. Yes, we could, but we're going to need all of the mana we have for our fight with this guy. Not quite as scary as an angel, but I would say pretty close. Will they take a knee when they're done moving? That's pretty cool. I'm just gonna neutron around then. They're not letting us in anytime soon. Yeah, still an insane amount of gold he wants. And you 150. Now we'll just stay acquaintances with the two of you then. If that's how it's gonna be. My domain has been invaded. Are you gonna trespass on purpose? What? Why? This seems highly unnecessary. Alright, the turn is ours once more. Do we rush an Earthbreaker or even a quick Zealot? Good. So 2 additional units, I think we can take them. And if we summon in a Light Spirit, we can cleanse anyone in a hurry. I really like the taking a knee whenever... That may not even be on purpose, but it looks cool.
Huh?
We strike. A risky battle it shall be. To the field. Just have to hold off wave after wave after wave of bandits. As Mochi sneezes in the way. You good, Mochi? What happened? Something's in her nose or something. She's sneezing like crazy. Oh, look at these guys. Yeah, no, we're gonna be architects forever. Architect mains till the end of time. We get literal hoplite armies now. Yes. Who wishes to die? Let's go ahead and take this bigger gorge, because this one's much smaller and they can stack up guys here. So we're gonna run across. Well, you know what? Before we run across, let's stack up and get some precognition. Beautiful. We'll go 3 times speed, so we've seen all of these abilities, except for the hoplite ones, but I doubt they're that insane looking.
Ah, yeah. Oh.
Boys around. We'll just get our units moving towards the gulch. And you know what? I will use 1 affinity incarnate to make sure our leader, our blessed leader, doesn't take any damage. They're content to stack up over there. Fair enough. We may have to crack through over here then. Just if they give us initiative. The monk can jump. Then let's see how jumpy you are there, monk. Oh, yeah, we can hit him with a blizzard from here. Don't mind if I do. You come across.
Alright.
Guardian to the front with us. Let's come back 1, that way we can lure them in. The incarnate, you stay behind. I don't know what you're gonna do, Zealot. We'll probably just bring you around for some ambushing later on. And we pass. They get awakened. I figure they jump in. First strike triggers. So before anything, we want to step a U in. That way everyone around them is now taking a little bit more damage because of all of your crazy abilities. The Incarnate Retaliation and Incarnate Disruption. And then... Oh, you know what? Here, use fallback. So we have to choose between more damage or more chunky damage. Guess we can send you round. Fire Templar, you can make it all the way. Then how about you bother them a little bit? Convince the Templar to go that direction. You step forward. It doesn't get any easier to hit them. So we probably should have brought in the smashy boys. Oh well. Stab. Fire the bow. We'll take 2 hits and a graze. It sounds fine to me. We'll Spirit Blast in. No real reason to move. Oh, you know what? The precognition there would have been pretty nice. We'll give it to everyone who hasn't attacked yet. Waste of my... That's okay. We'll hit them once more. If they try to do anything, they're getting first striked out of existence. Looks good to me. Dominated. Now you're in your Fire Templar's way. Oh, they've got a huge heal. I mean, I remember that now, but... yeah, Spin Kick is a AoE. You so rarely get to see them use that. Bring these guys back. And then you bring them back. Light Spirit in the trees, which can also heal up our glorious leader. That AoE just does not feel very worth it. And I think when they were describing the Shade Makers, they were describing them as your main damage. And that doesn't really feel like it. You step forward, that way you can at least get some precognition. Try to take down these frontliners fast. And you know, we need to make sure we remember to use that ability. And we pass. Blasted with the old battle mage. Thank goodness for precognition. Swipe. Yeah, and unfortunately they get flanked just because of our... Just because when they got dominated. But take them out. Even with a miss, that'd be a good hit. Don't go for the blizzard yet, wizard. Don't be foolish. You can then move up, fill the gap. Not an amazing spot for you, so move to here. Titan bow into the lightfish. Give them a second ability of that, or the second use of that, rather. Titan bow into the lightfish.
Yeah.
Blizzard should see them gone. One around and hit these guys with the Mystic Blast. That's why it's called the Mystic Blast. Oh yes, you have a swipe attack, don't you? You're the worst.
Oh.
Smack. Blast him with some spirit.
Yeah.
And start chopping. Now let's hit these guys. Do they have an oracle of their own? Nah, it's just a sun priest. Garbage in comparison. Elemental, you stay behind them and just be a nuisance. Oh, I guess that's the counter there. Get a little bit condemned. I mean, 14 damage, it's fair enough. %. Take a double crit for sure. I was saying these guys aren't as big of a deal as the Portent, as the Fallen Angel, but yeah, they're pretty tough. That's a menace there. Just taking no damage. Let's go ahead and utilize the retaliation. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Try to condemn them. At the very least, they'll be taking some more damage from everyone else. Almost took more from the retaliation. Move on round and smack. We have zombies? No, we don't have any zombies. Heal up our lads, and then we'll just go ahead and advance. Can't really reach. A bit unfortunate. We'll summon in another light spirit then. Because we've got the money. Stab these guys here. What we're facing is so very tanky against spirit. Oh yeah, they're done. These are the only ones that got grumpy about it. Morale dropped to neutral. Well, more and we're distracted. Big damage. Oh, that spear resist is crazy. Kill these guys then. Oracle can stack some precognition. Let's go ahead and move up one. Zap him once. How far away can precognition go? 4 tiles. So if we run to here, we can get everyone I want. You can pursue these guys still. Beautiful. And the lesser light spirit can just do some damage. Not much, but it can do a little bit of damage. Clear the gap a little bit here and then blast in. And miss. Gotta miss sometimes. The light fish are driven further away, even if they try to convert us. Because they have high resilience, they can actually tank that quite well. Just sprint going and come on in behind them and big damage.
Alright.
The light fish nope their way on out of there, and now it's just this monster. Mystic Blast, now you're marked. If you hit anyone going in, yes. Hit him a second time. He's not a Celestial, so he's not going to flee. No matter what. 3 swipes there is not really that big a deal, but if we take back one... Not enough. I don't think you can get them to retreat anyway. Recognition negated. Blast them. Not as bad as it could have. We did have to summon a lot of units to win that one so cleanly, but we'll take it. Battle won by Solkan. Our domain has been invaded. If all quit being like this, I guess everyone's just going to use our lands as trample grounds on their way to their wars. The absolute buffoons. Alright, Mandor, can you build the road over there to make it faster? Yes, you can. Oh, there's some light fish out here in the field. Your ruler has leveled up. Excellent. Let's go ahead and make him a paladin. Landing attacks grants us 1 fervor, which is going to give us more status resistance per stack, and we can use it as an expendable resource later on. Stonemason and workshop done. So there's a lot more production. I must say, you might be actually worth my attention. Maybe if you quit trespassing, you'd be worth my attention. No, that's far too expensive. We don't do that sort of thing here, no. I'd like to take the Crusader host out, but I don't really want to send any of these guys on to check to see what they've got. So we're just gonna stay out here then. Well, that's the end of the ring. We've got, like, no territory here. That's crazy. Just gonna stay near 2, but we really can't use you that well. At Ramas, we'll go for another market. Need a little bit more gold coming on in. Yeah, stay here. Another Palantir right at the last stand. We don't really need any of that. We can actually just probably spend our hard-earned Imperium on attracting population, truthfully. Let's save for a moment, though, because I'm distinctly remembering we needed some Materium for the Morbid Temple. Some, Imperium, that is. Day 21, my claimed province has been captured. Yeah, they do tend to expand like this. So you snagged 2 provinces that were closer to me? For what purpose? Let's go check together. Don't like how far we cannot see. That's quite spooky.
Yeah.
Condemnation's done though, so we can zap someone if we want to. Lesser Light Spirit, Staves of Mending, Wrath of the Faithful. Extra damage per faithful. This stack's very good later on. For now, we'll go ahead and grab some staves. We need some upgrades. Trade proposal. Defensive pact, it's a deal. We have such good grievances against them. If they ever try anything, we have a justified war easy. With open orders, I'm not paying you. Get out of here. Destroy this Crusader host. It's on a different ring? I can't. Vigilante Knights would not recommend. City structures are cheaper. That's pretty good, but like I said, I'm pretty positive we need Imperium for... Lots of trespassing going on here. Completely missed the settle grievances. So this one we can't trade. We can forgive these for good boy points. Let's do that.
I'm very busy. What do you want?
And then if we have grievances, we can try to settle with you. Trespassing ones I'll forgive. The others are too much. It's really good to sell them, but we need good boy points, which is going to stymie us a little bit in terms of economy until the late game. Alignment change from good to very good. Beautiful. Yeah, everyone around here acts like a bunch of belligerents, but we shall not. Oh, you traded in your cool shield for one that looks like it's been out in the rain for a little bit too long. Brother, you are cracking along in terms of economy, though, aren't you? You're up to tier 3. Architects. We're getting there, we're getting there. Don't you judge me. That costs way too much. We shall save. Oh, the Crusader host has turned neutral. Well, you know what? Let's leave them alone.
Aye.
There's plenty of other bad guys for us to smite here. We'll just leave them be. Especially since, now that we're very good, they won't have any problems with us. Now onward to the Morbid Temple. Yes. Reaching the Morbid Temple, its grand doors are opened by the devout revenants of Frederick the Twice Cursed. They silently lead Mandor to the center of the temple, where an Astra is detained within a circle of dark magic. The Astra kneels on the ground, sheltered by her 4 mighty wings. As she notices Mandor, she lifts her head slightly. Her words are brilliant, sharp, and they resonate through the temple like an ordeal. So, the Revenant sends another proponent. Corruption can take many forms, Mandor. Hear me out, Astra. You're mistaken, I've come to free you. So we just stab these guys. Yeah, it even says destroyed Revenant hopes for a cure. Kind of spoils that these guys are actually completely good. They could be trying to fool us, but no, they're definitely not. Such pride, such confidence. By the curse of the Revenants, you shall be my thrall. No, not this time. We are going to be the good guys, trying not to ruin the world here. The price of unlife. Mandor enters a grand, overgrown structure like a stairway leading up to a portal sphere. Around him, large aurate wings are kept in perpetual motion like clockwork. Stepping through the portal, Mandor can only presume to be inside the sphere, glimpsing this fragment of another realm. He is in a rocky vale at the gate of another structure complex of a similar architecture, though better preserved. The stairways and buildings seem to lead down to a center square, but the path downward is blocked by a looming guardian spirit. The guardian spirits seem unaware of Mandor's intrusion, but any hasty move will draw their attention. What does Mandor do? Oh, we can just... When we turn our backs on the meek and diseased, we lose the spark of divinity that hallowed our actions. You convince the Astra to hear us out, and we clear the temple without a fight and gain some alignment. Just be a good boy, it's the secret. With the spirits pacified, Mandor makes his way down to the center square. At the center rests a large arrangement of circular stone plates, which remind Mandor of the world gates in Magehaven. Any obvious approaches to reactivating the structure yield no result. So Mandor keeps exploring the area, which in many ways gives the impression of an abandoned expedition site. Your troops return to Mandor with some items of interest. What does he do? I thought we were coming here to talk to the Astra. Oh man, this was supposed to be for our leader. Angelic Grace trait. Holy Aura trait. Yeah, this was supposed to be for our leader. Unfortunate, but here's where we are. Solkan receives some mana, and we're gonna probably give him the Divine Sundering. Angelic Grace is crazy strong. And then Holy Aura is adjacent units get resistance and enemy units sustain damage. Let's heal the meek. That's a ton of heals. A 2 hex radius, 20 temporary hit points, and gain some grace. So, Graceful Mandor, Smite. Hang on now, that's too cool. We are Vengeance. And not long after what transpired, Frederick contacts you overjoyed.
You have performed a miracle, Solkan, he says, deeply moved. The Astra has now returned to the higher rings of Emnora, where she will speak in our favor. She fears that our only path to redemption might be through a rite of passing. I said that twice, dang it. If that be so,
We will glad. Is he a pirate now?
We will be glad to leave the world of the Archons at last. My fate on Emnora is sealed. Yet, how many did I aid you on your journey?
Or how may I aid you on your journey? Well, so he's basically going to pass on to the next life now. Good. I desire no greater reward than that your souls might be saved. Leave your lands for my people to settle. Now we need to keep building up good boy points. The Revenant curse was failed? Yeah, because that was an evil quest. Evil. Invalid. That's fine, you can stay. And if you keep trespassing, you keep sending over the transgressions for good boy points, which I am here for. The pathway of ascension is ready for us. Let's get moving here next turn. Won't be able to make it, but we'll probably leave Mandor back here to hold the line in case of emergency. But if we can just kind of step through easily, then that's what we're going to try to do. Alright, well, back at Ramas. We can expand further. I'm thinking it's clever. It's going to be not clever. It's going to be smart for us to expand towards this way because that's what the Toad's doing. Big monster he is. Let's grab a quarry here. New development skill. Shock, shield, and pole arms gain experience faster. Yes, please. Yes, please. Don't quite have enough of the foundation. We're getting there, though. 16 Wonderstone a turn. We've got the base of our wizard tower built up. Going to come in nicely alongside our Acropolis here. Let's go ahead and throw in next an academy. Keep expanding our knowledge. We're having an alliance with you, so we can't come in, can we? Please let me in without making me pay you money. We told him to leave, that we could have all this, but that's okay. Moss has produced a market. Our alignment has changed to pure good. Oh, that was fast. So then we are gaining 10 gold and 5 Imperium per level of good alignment. And then we'll gain some experience per turn. Excellent. You wait. Malaya can annex another province. We do want to expand up here towards the temple, so let's snag a farm here and just try to expand into the temple itself. We may not be so different after all. They like if you trade grievances, really. We've got a phoenix, too. That'll be useful. Not quite angelic, but close enough. It's burning retribution and has wings. That's going to be way too much Imperium, so we're going to go ahead and save that for now. Day 23 dawns. Alright, so we'll go ahead and send in our hoplite to fight you guys. We'll take them out real quick, hopefully within... No! Kill my hoplite. Oh, is this in the Architect City Sprawl? Or what are these little assets just kind of doing in the middle of nowhere? That must be what this is. You have floating obelisks everywhere. It's definitely not dangerous. Don't worry about it. If you trip, it's your own fault. Let's move into here. Or take the center. Or back up. Mace to the center. I don't know. Who knows what I'm saying? It's nonsense. I can't believe we did that poorly. Please have everyone have the right movement. It's a hex wizard. It's very, very simple. And then we pass. We've got the Hex of Doom. I blizzard them from here. Oh, we can hit all three. Yeah, Blizzard's very strong. I'm off to the side. They have nothing that can steal our units, so just kind of step forward. Cultivate some order affinity. Step forward, do the same thing here. Super order affinity. Then give everyone else true shot for next turn. Oh, you grazed me. Meanwhile, the paladins take the long way around.
Yeah, ma?
Sprint to here. Smack. Oh yeah, true shot doesn't work. It's a one-turn true shot. Works for me. We can go ahead and cross the river. Excellent. I don't know that we want to get smoked by the paladins, so we'll make it come in and try to flank us. Blast here. Gonna be firing through the trees or long range no matter what. That was always because we're in the way now. That's fine. I'm trying to get rid of these guys. One hit, graze. And the last one should make them yeet out of there. Unless we miss horribly. And then we'll just shield wall up. You try to smite them. You failed. Bring the hammer down, and then we'll just blast across with all of our archers. Oh no, you can't hit. No, we won't. Here you come in and catch their retaliation for me.
Yeah.
Get him again. Although we'll have you probably come around for a nice flank. Mark them. Resisted, huh? And our damage is just extremely piddly here. Hit him with a blizzard. Activate the immortals there, hopefully dropping morale enough. Ah, she's fine. Her morale is solid. Execution by longbow. Although she tanks it like a champ. Just runs up and punches her in the back of the head for the win. Relax there, paladin, relax. Got a warg mount to sell. Alright, onward to the pathway of ascension. Go ahead and build a road to get there as fast as possible. You can't build roads across mountains, fool. Let's build it this way. No problem. We'll make it work. Yeah, spaghetti roads all over the place. Just trying to get to where we're going. Earthbreaker, you come join. I mean, now that we made friends with everyone here, we don't really have to worry about them betraying us, so we can just kind of hang out here for the next ring. Definitely want to bring more shade makers when we can. And then grab the Legion of Zeal. Do we even check? Do we even check? No, he's not here for it. Although at this point we can probably sell some grievances because we've already got enough good guy points, so sell this one. I'm very busy. Sure. Trespass in my domain. He's an Imperial Warlord, so he refuses. He thinks he's right. Well, he'd be wrong. Domain's been invaded again. You stay here until we're allowed to get inside of Salvation, and we'll grab those Wonder Stones. Alright, Alright, and being able to be neutral with infestations is actually pretty cool. And the fact that those guys are so strong makes it almost a necessity.
Uh-huh.
I'll build Rose to go smack this warg. Safe battle? And we'll see. Well done, everyone. Champions, one and all. Staves of Mending is done, so now we're on to one more research bit. Till our next tome. I think we'll go ahead and grab the convent here. Structure that'll boost up our knowledge and mana per city stability level over unstable.
Aye.
Warrior's Fervor or a quick heal. I'm thinking Warrior's Fervor all day, even if we can't see what it does. 1 strengthen per stack of Fervor and temporary hit points per stack of Fervor consumed. So it's a smaller heal, but you also get the benefit of strengthened. Your army is trespassing. Well, you know what? We're already friends with you. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Wonderstone, thanks. Mine. You're not gonna mind, I know it. In fact, because we don't really... have a use for the scouts right now, I'll just go ahead and kick him out for now. But we don't actually take the penalties for trespassing. Our domain has been invaded. They're busy fighting each other. Enchant us up with the Legion of Zeal. I'll just deal a little bit more spirit damage.
Yeah.
And then benefit from any kind of keyword that says, hey, if your unit has Zeal, you get this. Again, we don't want Mandor to ascend. I have to make sure we don't send him in next time. Well, I'm glad he has a cool ability. This belongs to our leader. Let's get Staves of Mending active. That'll work out for all of our supports, of which we have plenty. Alright, day 25. I'll go ahead and grab another bit of territory here. And I wanted to save this for Talea, but actually it's much closer to us, so we'll go ahead and grab that with this Forester. We'll have to go up and clear it, though. Oh, it's got a war breed. Cool. You don't see those very often. The road's connected, so we can move on into the pathway pretty quickly. Staves of Mending is ready to go, which will give us another kind of free action heal and give them Faithful, so they have less upkeep. And we'll also boost up that damage spell that says, hey, per Faithful, you get more damage. So I'd have you make us a great Ziggurat, and back at Ramas, we shall rush this along, and then secure our foundation for our monument. This grants us 1 affinity incarnate of the chosen affinity, and then, of course, we gain 1 of the chosen affinity, cancels a conduit, and then we can further improve it for more Wonderstone. We'll go ahead and drop this down on our newly acquired... Oh, the farm over here actually seems like a pretty safe place to put this. And of course, we dedicate to Order. We are going to be mono-dedicating to Order. I simply went for the Materium, or a little bit of bonuses to production later on. He wants the Morbid Temple. 400 gold's a lot. What is this temple giving us, though? Like that he's surrounded it, so I have no chance of, I basically have to give it to him, because I cannot put a outpost here. That's pretty cheeky. Pretty cheeky. Yeah, we can go ahead and give it to you. Domain has been invaded. Yeah, well, we'll go ahead and give it to him for the gold. You're a monster, but I respect the game. I definitely see how that's played here. So we can't rush that one, and that makes sense. There's no rushing greatness. All roads lead to Talea. You go join with Mandor. We'll go ahead and grab another Earthbreaker, actually another Cultivator here. One of the only supports I actually seem to we do want in droves. We're going to another Shade Maker, because they claim they're our main damage, so we have to see if that's the case. Gold, Whispering Stone. I do like the vision range, but it's not really worth 150 Imperium. City structures being cheaper is. Absolutely. And then maybe up until I can spend some more? Yeah, sure. Oh, I'm a big old dumb. Our colors look exactly the same. We could have grabbed the temple. That's too bad. Well, I'm going to go ahead and box him in then. Best we can. Got another forester here. You can't expand past. In fact, we might want to move the Whispering Stone over. We're only stable? Nope, not right now. We'll switch it at a later time. Yeah. You follow in, and we'll at least get to Attica workforce. Oh, that's actually perfect for Moss. We aren't going to be a very quickly growing place, but man, we're going to have fast growing buildings. Alright, day 26. Well, what we do is we move through the Pathway of Ascension. It's now a teleporter, which we can use to reach the Pathway of Ascension 2. A higher destiny. Flanked by angels, a mighty chariot descends from the mountains, its exalted rider illuminated by god rays. Hail, the All-Father Solkan, he calls out with splendor. For you are entering the blessed lands of the Highmen. I am Archpaladin Malile, and it is upon me to judge who may ascend further to reach Emnora. Malile looks over you with his radiant gaze. I see you're an Elysian. How promising. How good. He's a racist. We Highmen have fostered an ascension of new Archons on many worlds. Malile pronounces, Alas, that blessed age has passed. Continue listening to Malile. The expression on his face grows harsh, resplendent, yet terrible. I must urge you to turn back, Solkan. He speaks slowly. You feel an urgent desire to follow his command. Leave while you can. For to reach Emnora, one must stride through cleansing flames. As you do not recede, Malile continues. By mandate bestowed upon me through the High Council, I decree my challenge to you. Overcome my divine powers and I shall grant you passage. The souls of the worthy are reforged in the light of the Highmen, Malile proclaims, igniting his death calling. This looked like a shit talker. Yet impure incinerate. Yet the impure incinerate. Your diplomatic state with Malile changes to war. So what is this? It's got Death Blast, kills the undead. Oh, thank goodness we're not the undead. He's a primal mammoth follower. Your celestial hosts will tremble before me, Malile. Alright then. So on the second ring, we are at war. So we emerge here. Right next to another Crusader host. We can call them to crusade. Oh, that's cool. We can tell them to go hunt Malile. By being perceived as pretty pure by the Crusader host, you can convince them to continue your fight somewhere else, removing their infestation permanently. If you have attained the alignment of pure good, you can even convince them to launch a decisive final crusade against an enemy of your choice. In the name of the Archons, cast down Malile. Oh look, call a crusade, just Crusader things. Absolutely. So who lives here? Are we gonna have to punch, is it Malile? We're gonna have to punch him in the face? That's kind of concerning. Well, we at least have the Pathway of Ascension 2. So we can basically jump back and forth between there. That's cool. Well, we've ascended to the second ring of Emnora. Thank you all so much for stopping on by the series. If you've enjoyed the first episode here, please remember to leave a like for the like, and a sub for the sub, and we will pick up this story where we left off in the next one.